Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is my Manchester United versus Bayern Munich preview. The first game of the Champions League kicks off for us tonight against very tricky opponents, Bayern Munich. Obviously one of the favourites to win the whole competition itself. And then obviously United are probably looking for like quarterfinals. That's a target. I mean, obviously we'd love to win it, but currently how we're playing, that's not going to happen. But yeah, this is a massive match, and this is the perfect opportunity for us to get back to winning ways. Before I go into this properly, don't get me wrong, I do expect to lose. I find there's little chance of us getting a positive result out of this game. But if anyone knows me personally, you know that I'm always going to try and stay positive. And no matter how dire the situation is, I will always stay positive and hope we can win the game. So I think with this one match, we're either going to get hammered by like 6 or 7, which could definitely happen, or we're going to somehow come away with a 2-1 win. Because everyone's simply saying that we have no chance in this match. And then the matches against Arsenal, the matches against Brighton, the matches against Spurs, other ones that we've lost, teams, like people have, it's like 50-50 going into the match. We don't know who's going to win, we don't know who's not. Whereas everyone is saying Bayern 100% winning, they're going to score like 8, 9, 10. The stupid stuff people are saying. But now we've got nothing, like we got no pressure. Obviously, there is pressure still. Obviously, we have to get back to winning ways, and we can't get battered again. And we can't, if we look vulnerable again and there's serious problems, we need to put out a good performance. If we lose 2-0, 2-1, but we play really, really well and we get unlucky, then yeah, that's what we need. Obviously, we need a win to kick off the Champions League because we need to get out of the group, obviously. But yeah, although obviously I'm going to be positive, we do simply have to be better. We have something to prove. Everyone is laughing at us currently. Pep was laughing in his press conference the other day. We have something to prove. So coming into this match, we're currently 13th in the Premier League table, 2 wins out of 5, losing to Spurs, Arsenal and Brighton. Brighton obviously at the weekend. Now in all fairness, although we've been bad in those 3 games, they are against good opposition. It's not like we've lost 3 matches to relegation teams, like Chelsea are doing realistically. But there's no excuse really, we need to be playing better. The away form simply needs to be better. I think we've only won like 3 in 2023 away games, and that's really bad. It's such a contrast to when we had Ollie. Like, we had that amazing away record. I think we broke the record for the amount of away wins in a row, or unbeaten streak away. And then it kind of switched and we're better at home now. It's weird. I'm assuming it's because of COVID era and there were no fans and stuff like that. But I'm not going to give any excuses for those 3 losses. We do have to play better, but at least we're not losing to poor opposition. So, in terms of who's available to us, we have a lot of injured players right now. Shocking, really. Medical staff, fitness staff. Are they doing their job? Who knows? But we have some positive news. Mount and Varane are back in training, and Amrabat and Mainu were both back in light training, and this was yesterday morning. So this is all good news. Players finally coming back. However, going back to the negative news, after the Brighton match, we found out that Wan-Bissaka is now out for potentially up to 2 months, leaving us with literally only 2 fit fullbacks. I know Martinez can play left back and Lindelof could potentially play right back if we're desperate. But the only 2 fit out-and-out fullbacks we've got right now are Reguilon and Diogo Dalot. So, question marks obviously must be raised towards our fitness staff and medical team, because having a full 11 of first team injuries 5 matches into the season is simply diabolical. The day Bruno gets injured is when we know something isn't right. So people can't be getting injured this easily. They shouldn't be this unfit. We're 5 games in and we had a good pre-season. I don't really understand it. We seem to have a good pre-season every year and then just it turns bad. I don't really know why. But yeah, I know we have to play more games. I know there's more time in all those matches, but other teams are managing to cope, so why can't we? Apart from Chelsea. But yeah, every other team is managing fine apart from Chelsea, so something isn't right. And currently the medical team are failing Ten Hag, because I mean, he even said the other day, I don't think he's ever been able to pick a perfect 11 because there's always been one person at least injured. So yeah, he's having a poor selection of players to choose from, which is ultimately why we're not playing the best. In terms of Bayern Munich, they're currently joint first in the Bundesliga, behind on goal difference. They beat Werder Bremen 4-0, Augsburg 3-1, Gladbach 2-1. And they drew 2-2 with Leverkusen, who are also the team joint top. But then they did lose 3-0 in the German Super Cup to Leipzig. So, which is literally the equivalent of the Community Shield in Germany. But obviously the Bundesliga is nowhere near as competitive as the Premier League. So, I mean, but Bayern do have a tendency, like we've seen in the past, they've smashed Spurs, they've smashed Arsenal over 2 legs. They have a tendency to beat English teams quite convincingly. And they're always a threat in the Champions League, and are definitely one of the best teams in the competition. So they're only without Guerrero, Neuer and some youngster called Bookman right now. So they basically have their first 11 available to them, which is ideal for them. And obviously currently managed by Thomas Tuchel as well. Great manager, won Chelsea the Champions League. He's always been a good manager. I've always rated Thomas Tuchel. So we know he's capable of winning big trophies. So I'm going to go into my predicted 11. Now this might be controversial, but I feel like, I don't really know whether it is controversial, but we're going to start off. We go Onana in goal, obviously. Everyone's starting to turn on him, which I'm not too sure about, but give him more time. We need to give all our players more time. Dalot at right back, Lindelof and Martinez as the centre back pairing, Reguilon at left back as only 2 fit fullbacks, Casemiro, McTominay, Eriksen, Bruno, Rashford and Højlund. And yeah, I do think he'll go with exactly the same team which lost 3-1 to Brighton. But can you really blame Ten Hag for doing that? Like, we don't have a lot of the team available. I feel like it'd be harsh to throw youngsters like Hannibal, Pellistri, Garnacho straight in the deep end, Bayern away. So I reckon Fernandes will start on the right again, but it's not really the right. I think he's going to go with that 4-4-2 diamond formation again, because that actually really worked in the first 20 minutes against Brighton. We dominated, we just couldn't score a goal. And yeah, if it was like our best 20 minutes of the season, if we'd scored, I think it was a completely different game. But then we let Brighton go and score against us, and then that's kind of dictated the rest of the 90 minutes. So yeah, and then I've got a little combined 11 between United and Bayern. So in goal, I'm going to go Onana. It's Onana and I can't remember the Bayern keeper, unfortunately, but I think Onana is the better one. He was when I was doing this combined 11. I'm going to put Mazraoui at right back, Upamecano at right centre back, then Martinez. Then left back, I'm going to go Alphonso Davies. He's one of the best left backs in the world. Then Casemiro, Kimmich in the middle with Goretzka as well. And I'm going to put Bruno on the right, Rashford on the left, Kane up front. I could have put Sane on the right because he's more of a winger, but I wanted to get Bruno in there somehow. But I needed to also get Goretzka and Kimmich and Casemiro in there somehow. So that's the way I've decided to do it. But in terms of my prediction, as I said, I like to remain positive, but ultimately I do think we will lose 3-1, but I hope we can pull off a wonder result. I just want to see a good performance. I want to see us play well, and I want to see us, if we're going to lose, I want it to be close. I don't want to get battered 4 or 5-0, because then we've got big problems if we get battered 4 or 5-0. But I'd like to see us come away 2-1 winners. You never know, we shall see. But yeah, that's my little match day preview for the Bayern Munich game. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. It might be a long match to watch, but hopefully we can come away with a decent performance, and hopefully we can come away with a point. That's what I'd like to see. But yeah, ultimately Bayern are definitely the favourites. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. Make sure to tune into the rest of my future videos, and thanks for watching. Thank you.